Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop here. Well, I've been slugging on this and I'm just too tight in there. I can't use those stock mounts no matter which way I put them. There's just not enough room around them spring towers to get them to work in there. The problem I'm having, there we go, is it's too wide in here with the bolts. Now yeah, I could just weld this to something, but then if I ever have to change the motor mount, these ones, they're still good, but if I ever have to change that, then I gotta cut them loose. Yeah, it's just wrong to weld these in. They have to bolt in because that's a repairable part. Anyway, you can see there I got them flipped upside down. Actually, if I got the motor up that high, they'd work. But to get the motor up that high, I got to cut the whole tunnel out of the car and move the tunnel up to make room for the transmission, because the transmission, it ain't gonna fit there. And my hood clearance coming off of here, I won't have any more room for anything special goodies I got going on up on top of here. All of that's out of the question. This car, I can't cut the hood. These 58s have got a factory built-in hood scoop, so I really don't want to cut the hood and put something sticking out of the hood, because it just wouldn't look right to have, you know, it'd be like two hood scoops. It just doesn't look right. So this one I can't cut the hood on, which is very strange because usually this is not an issue for me. Anyway, so I got to keep the motor as low as possible. Still, I can't go any lower than the bottom of this cross member because I want to protect the oil pan. So I got to keep it within that area, and again all centered here. And you can see on this side, boy, it gets really tight in here, especially getting around that steering box right there. But where I got it, and I can set it back in there, everything clears just fine. But these motor mounts, like I said, either way I flip them and turn them, they're not going to work. So, boy, it's cold. Anyway, Ollie's Garage. If you have any Ford questions, give Ollie a look. In fact, just go over and check out his channel. Give him a like and subscribe, all that stuff. He's a very small channel. He's just getting started. But I'll tell you, if you have any questions whatsoever on Ford, he's the man. He can tell you anything and everything about these, and he's a heck of a guy. Go check him out. Anyway, he turned me on to some other motor mount options, and sure, I'll go check them out. Anything, you know. So I went and checked them out and priced them up, and yeah, I could go that route. All in all together, shipped in, all of that, you know, I was real close to the price of a set of universal mounts that I got to cut and weld anyway. And I got no problem cutting up and modifying old rusty junk because I'm not into it, any money. But if I pay for something, it's hard for me to cut it up. You know what I'm talking about, right? So I went on the eBay. I found actually CJ Pony has got a set of universal ones that I'm pretty sure will work better than Ezra on here. They're a little bit different looking, but they're completely adjustable. I can cut them, move them. They're made to be cut and welded and moved, so I don't feel so bad about cutting them up. Anyway, I found those for just $70 with tax, shipping, all that. So I went ahead and hit the buy it now button, and they'll be here in about 5 days. That's max time, but I always go off of maximum time and prepare for the worst. So that's the way I'm gonna go. This idea, now it's not a wash because I'm building 2 of these cars. These ones will actually work on the other one. Why? Because on the other one, I'm cutting these all out. The whole front end of that out of that 300 is coming out of it. That cross member's coming out of it because it's going straight axle, gas or load. So I'll have plenty of room in the 300 for these motor mounts. These are the motor mounts that are going in it. They're just going to go up on a shelf for next year's no-name nationals because we got to be prepared for the next year, right? And there's two guys out there that yeah, I'm going to call out for that one. This is the mild build. Next year is going to be the wild stuff. All right. So anyway, that's where I'm at with the Fairlane today. So my motor mounting and all of that's going to take a back seat for about 5 days. Meantime, I'm going to go back and start working on the rear end. So tomorrow you'll see me jacking this up and pulling the rear end out of this because just like every 9-inch you find out there in a junkyard, yeah, somebody's already got the carrier out of this one. So I got another one, so I'm just going to swap them in. All right, so stay tuned for the next one, and like I said, go over there and give Ollie's Garage a look and throw some comments at him. The guy is one heck of a guy, and he knows his Fords, and like I said, just one great guy. Too bad he couldn't make it toward the no-name nat. He really wants to go, but time's not on his side. But go over and show the guy some love anyway, all right? So, meantime, yep, let's get some metal hot out there and let's get these things a-going, right? So, we'll catch you on the next one. Keep the metal hot.